Melissa, and this is the Book Break. And today we're talking to the person for Monster Ivy Publishing, Amy Michelle Carpenter. So, also known as Michelle. First, Michelle, I know you have been an editor, you're an author, and you own your own publishing company. So tell us a little bit more about Monster Ivy Publishing.
So Monster Ivy was started in 2016 by these two sisters named Mary and Cammie. Mm-hmm. And Mary had a book that was published with a pretty big press, and she got a ton of crazy feedback on it. People telling her that she should kill herself.
Oh my gosh.
She should be raped, and all sorts of
Whoa, that's awful.
Yeah. And it's because her book hit an interesting market. Her stories had faith-based, hopeful messages,
right?
But they were more gritty and than what you would typically find in like a cleaner, wholesome industry.
Right.
And so they decided to start their own company, and they created Monster Ivy Publishing. And so once they created it, they found more stories that kind of hit that mark of being uplifting and inspiring at a PG-13 or less rating, mm-hmm. but still maybe more gritty or more dark, mm-hmm. or willing to take on hard subject matter.
Right. Would you say these books are like sci-fi, fantasy, women literature? Like, where would you kind of put the genre?
So we have all genres, mostly young adult fiction though. Mm-hmm. We have romance, we have fantasy, we have science fiction, we have horror, we have thrillers, but they all kind of have that underlying theme of this has a happy ending, this is a good uplifting message,
right.
But we're not afraid to like tackle the hard stuff.
Yeah.
And we found a really passionate and really excited audience for that.
Yeah, that's great. And so, because you're a publisher, you do have times that you are open for submissions. So if there's a prospective author out there and they're interested, when are you available for them to submit?
So we open in June, mm-hmm. And every year we open for 1 month. You can find it on our website, and you can submit to one of our editors when we're open.
So is that monsterivypublishing.com?
Monsteriv.com.
Monsteriv.com. Awesome. And then you have an interesting journey yourself, because you started out as an editor, and then you became an author. And then you did a really cool program that I also did, so it's extra fun. The Master's in Publishing degree from Western Colorado University. So tell me a little bit about how you went from editor, author, and then now I'm going to own a publishing company.
Okay. Well, I started as a writer, and originally I was, coming to these conferences, learning how to write, and I thought that one really good way to learn how to write well would be to edit. So I reached out to Lindsay Flanagan at Eschler Editing and asked if I could do an internship.
Yeah.
And I did that internship, and then they hired me, offered me a position, and I was able to do the editing. Yeah, so that was really exciting.
That's awesome.
And then after that, I worked with a company, a publishing house, doing like some of their marketing work.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. It was super fun, and I was like, I want to do this. This is the most fun part of me, of the writing process.
Yeah.
I like the writing. I love the editing. I really love the marketing.
Yeah.
So you probably.
I do too. I love marketing. And you have a book out yourself,
right,
that is sci-fi, and I love it. What's it called?
Becoming Human.
Yes. Tell us real quickly what it's about.
It's about 3 teens of different species who have to come together to save their planets.
Right. And it's really great, and it's available anywhere books are sold, right?
Right. So you can find it like on Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, some in-person stores.
Yes. Becoming Human, you guys definitely need to check it out if you like sci-fi.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for talking with me today, Michelle. I'm excited to be talking to David Doering, who's one of the main guys with the conference LTUE, Life, the Universe, and Everything. So Dave, first, can you just tell us, what is LTUE?
Well, I can tell you that it's quite different from other events that we see in science fiction and fantasy.
Yeah.
Whereas those are what I call spectator events, where you're there to cheer on an actor or, celebrate something new that's coming out. But this is a quirky professional development event where we teach creators, whether they're writers or artists, how to live the life of a creator productively.
Yeah.
Learn the business side, to learn about contracts, to learn about the technologies that we have available to us and the means to sell your works and make a living at being a creator.
Yeah, and I think it's also a great event for the customer, right? So if you are a reader or a game player or a film watcher, you get to come and you get to meet some of the main people in these industries, and you just get to learn more about what they're doing, right?
Right. And maybe even influence for something they create later on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, there's plenty for everybody. I mean, we have more than 200 hours of programming here, which is a vast amount that gives our conference a chance to address much of the audience.
Yeah.
And I love meeting them. I love meeting people, who like things that I like.
Yeah. And LTUE, it's been going on for a long time. How many years has this conference been going?
Well, we are celebrating number 41. Here. So that is very long in the history of events in our industry.
Absolutely.
And I think that's owing to the fact that we've created an event where people take notes.
Yeah.
And that we're small enough that you can meet these professionals, talk with them, and learn from them.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And there's a lot of fun classes, like you mentioned, for people that are looking to learn more about the industry, whether it's books or film or games. They can go and they can learn, but they also get to meet some of their favorite big hitters, Tell us about some of the big hitters that come to this conference.
I mean, we obviously have been blessed to see Brandon Sanderson as one of our guests, and you can't do much better than the world's best-selling fantasy writer.
Right.
And but also I love the other Brandon Mull, who's the top-selling author for young adult. So and this year we have Phil Foglio, who's one of the top artists in the field. We've had, I was trying to think of, we've had so many people. We've tried to be selective in guests to introduce our community to names they previously only saw.
And you've had big hitters like, Kevin J. Anderson or James A. Owen or Todd McCaffrey, or you always get really great people. So it's such a fun event. And so this happens every year in February, right?
Right. We've chosen President's Day weekend, which we're not competing against a lot of other things. So I think the fact that the sky is clear today and we're not getting snow, we had another great choice of weekend.
Absolutely. Well, and for those viewers out there that want to learn more or come to the event, what website can they go to?
Our website is at LTUE.net.
Yes.
So LTUE, like the universe and everything. And yes, you can find out about our plans for next year, number 42 in 24.
Yes. Well, Dave, thanks so much for letting me talk to you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you to our viewers. Go check that out, and we'll see you next time.